Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
As storytellers, we believe it is imperative for us to study the art of storytelling. And today we're going to be talking about the 3 types of negative change arcs. But first, we're going down our own negative change arc and asking you to like and subscribe. Back to the topic at hand. Everybody may not say that they enjoy a train wreck, but a tragedy has always been popular. So we're discussing the negative change arc. Before we get into the 3 types of negative change arcs, we're going to catch up those who don't exactly know what the negative change arc is. You would think that this would just be the opposite of the positive change arc, but in reality they are more alike than you might think. There are 3 major variations of the negative change arc, and we're going to go over them in this video.
I see possible futures all at once. Our enemies are all around us. And in so many futures they prevail. But I do see a way.
The first type of negative change arc we're going to be talking about is the Disillusionment Arc. This is the variation that is most like the positive change arc. All your major story beats are there, and even the end result is your character having a much better understanding of the truth than they did at the beginning of the story. They might even end up in a better place than they were when the story started. However, this wouldn't be a negative change arc if everything was perfect at the end. In the Disillusionment Arc, the story is still a downer, and the way that this manifests is that they are moving from a positive outlook to a negative outlook. These are stories like Goodfellas and Revenge of the Sith. These stories have our protagonist realizing the problem in the world around them and taking the negative approach to living in it.
The same figure as the king that's dead.
Thou art a scholar. Speak to it, Horatio.
Looks it not like the king? Mark it, Horatio.
Most like. It harrows me with fear and wonder.
It will be spoke to.
Speak to it, Horatio.
What art thou?
The second type of negative change arc is the fall arc. This is your classic tragedy. Think Shakespeare and the Bronte Sisters. These are stories where the character starts high and ends low, sometimes even dead, or worse, as in the case of Orpheus and Eurydice. In this version, the character starts out entrenched in the lie. Unlike a positive change arc, the protagonist in a fall arc will reject the chances to embrace the truth that he needs. Instead, they will continue to fall into the lie they already believe. This is Hamlet believing the ghost, but never being able to get out of the idea that revenge must be his alone. This is Anakin believing that he can only save Padme with the help of the most evil man in the galaxy. Their story will end with them betraying everything they stood for at the beginning.
That's my family, Kate. It's not me.
The third and final negative change arc is the corruption arc. This is Dune and the Godfather. The character starts out in a world that already knows and embraces the truth. The character has every opportunity to embrace that truth, but they will let others around them pull them away with a lie. The seed of the lie will be there from the start, and the character will be the one to help it grow into their whole life.
But you're not like him, Michael. I thought you weren't going to become a man like your father. That's what you told me.
My father's no different than any other powerful man.
This is the one that is going to hit your audience right in the feels, because your character starts out as a genuinely good person, then ends up choosing the evil path. This is the arc that will require the most change from your character, because you're taking them from one end of the spectrum to the other. This is where your character sees the truth, rejects that truth, and embraces the lie, leading to the corruption that we all came to see. There you have it, the 3 types of negative change arcs and how they are different from the positive change arc and from each other. These are arcs that have been used since we started telling stories around the campfire, and they are still just as relevant as ever. Use them to vary your writing and you won't be disappointed. And as always, keep writing.
We're Harkonnens. So this is how we'll survive. By being Harkonnens.